Welcome brawlers, I'm the Hermit, and today we are swinging with the king. And we're not gonna miss, because our commander today is Korvold, Fae-Cursed king. For 2 and beyond mana, we get a legendary Dragon Noble 4/4 with flying. Whenever Korvold enters or attacks, sacrifice another permanent. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on Korvold and draw a card. Now I have previously played this commander in the channel, but it was right before Final Fantasy was released. And with a couple of new sets, I think we have gotten enough new cards that it's worth giving it another try. So what this deck is trying to do is we're gonna be making as many treasure tokens so that eventually when Korvold comes out, we have an explosive turn where we sacrifice all of our treasures for mana, and because of Korvold, we're gonna be drawing a card for every mana we add that way. So we're gonna have Treasure Makers, Fable of the Mirror Breaker, Stimulus Package, Generous Plunderer, Magda Brazen Outlaw. And since we have Magda, and hopefully we have enough treasure making, we can also wait until later so we can have 5 treasures and then activate Magda's ability right away, which allows us to get the Great Henge, the Atora the Incinerator, or Old No Bone, which whenever we deal combat damage to a player, we make that many treasure tokens. With Final Fantasy, we have one new combo in this deck. We have Warren Soul Trader with Sephiroth and Shambling Ghast. No, Forsaken Miner. Whenever we commit a crime, we may pay a black mana, so we can sacrifice to the Soul Trader to make a treasure and do the loop with Sephiroth targeting our opponents. We also can combo Warren Soul Trader with Stimulus Package. With the package, we can sacrifice a treasure to make a 1/1 creature token. Then with the Soul Trader, we can pay a life to sacrifice that citizen and get a treasure back. So we can do that as long as we can pay mana, and in the meantime we're gonna be drawing cards with Korvold. From Edge of Eternities we are playing Elegy Acolyte. Not only does it has lifelink, and it draws us a cards when we deal combat damage to a player, but if we sacrifice a non-land permanent, then at the beginning of the end step we're gonna get a 2/2 robot token. We also have Core Steel Cutter from Tarkir, which would lock for Alchemy. We make a food, a treasure, and a 3/2 vehicle, all of which is sacrificial fodder for Korvold. We are also trying Scrunch for Eternity. As an additional cost to dispel, sacrifice an artifact or creature, either a creature we don't want or a treasure token. Then we may return target creature with mana value 5 or less from our graveyard to the battlefield. We are also playing Cabaron and Susur Secondi. Not only do we sometimes get to make a Korvold at 12 so that it can crew or station right away, but also these are sacrifice outlets. Cabaron sacrifices lands, and Sur Secondi sacrifices creatures in order to draw cards. Cabaron makes robots and gives our creatures haste, which can also be useful. Another neat card is Peregrine Took. If we would make 1 or more tokens, instead we make those tokens and 1 food. Then we can sacrifice 3 foods to draw a card. Or if we have Korvold, we would be drawing 4 cards instead. 1 for each food and 1 from Peregrine Tooks. We also have Biotech Specialist from Age of Eternities. This is one of the reasons I decided to play this deck again. When it enters, we make a lander token, but whenever we sacrifice an artifact, this creature deals 2 damage to target opponent. So whenever we sacrifice a treasure, this is gonna be dealing 2 to our opponents. So hopefully that, and maybe we also have Shadow Spear equipped to it. and we're gonna be gaining that life. And even if we don't, just sacrificing a couple, maybe up to 5 treasures, that's 10 damage right away to our opponent. So that's the deck. Let's head into the queue. And let's show our opponents how the rich just got richer. And we go against Jodah, Archmage Eternal. Jodah is gonna be trying to get to 5 mana because that way they're gonna be able to cast all the spells for just one of each color. So here we're gonna be trying this because we have Magda. Magda early is a decent start. So if our opponent has removal, they should do it. Seems like they have Rabbit Pin instead. So yes, we play Dragonfire Blade, also kind of a recent card, a recent addition for this deck. And since we have Deadly Dispute, we can pass up. Pile of Galadriel from opponent. And I guess we can exile the file here. Or maybe we wait if they get a Surveillant or another Triumph. Ardent Bonds, but no land here. I think we might want to sacrifice the blade. Why not? That way we're gonna be keeping our treasure count up. If we get to 5, we get probably the Great Kinge. Make your own lock from opponent. They're gonna be casting Primeval Titan. I guess we should play Korvold. Yeah, let's go for Korvold. We're gonna sacrifice a treasure for its ability, get creature from Hardened Bonds. Gonna go to combat. And then I think we're gonna sacrifice another treasure in our opponent's turn so we can get another creature with Hardened Bonds. We're gonna keep our commander in the graveyard so that we can feed the cycle. I guess we needed to sacrifice another treasure to get another card. And then rip apart on or Hardened Bonds. Two temples. And we're gonna casualties of war, the World Tree, and Primeval Titan. Let's play Elvish Mystic. Yeah, not getting another land really slowed those down. And the fact that they got Primeval Titan working against us. So here we get Peregrine Took. Then we play Gilded Goose. We want that land. We're gonna fit the cycle with Forage. And 2 and 3. Okay, they committed, so they're gonna get something for free here. Persian Ultimatum, okay. That's a concede right here. Yeah, maybe they have the line drawn out, but sometimes they don't. But usually it's something game winning. And the fact that they had a counter spell. Maybe we should have played around that by playing. We play beat the cycle first and then we blood chips first. If they had the counter spell. Because we needed to keep the fact that they had blue in mind so that we could play around that. It's Zurgo Stormrender. Okay, fit the cycle, you have never failed us. Also, I mean, we have 2 removals. Even if we don't have a treasure maker right now, we should be okay. Spiteful Banditry, that's gonna go away. Even though that's a good way to make treasures, we don't have double red. And Magda, again, right on cue. Let's see if it's enough this time. It probably will be because of our removal. Unless they have removal of their own. In which case we play Shadow Spear and keep fit the cycle up. Wisdom Guidance. Oh, that's mana value 3. No, 2 or less, but this is 1 or less. So let's play Shadow Spear and equip. Whatever they get their mobilized on, we're gonna kill. And hopefully, eventually we Casualties of War, destroying a creature, a land, and the guidance. We can potentially do that next turn, but they would need to not have a blocker. Or not want to block. Chromatic Lantern, so maybe we do that. Destroy all their white mana. Path to Exile. I do not like Path in Brawl. It's black. And this is a Magda and Casualties of War win right here. German Artifact Land. Opponent's still playing it. Respectable. Or Soul Trader, that's gonna die here. Should we make pressure with the Plunderer? Cassia's welcome. Actually, a very important decision. Because now they have all their colors. But I guess we will start making treasures with Earth Provisioner. Combat. Attack. And yeah, this is kind of a decent setup for Korvold. Ideally we would have more treasures, but just having two is good enough for some explosive, especially because this is the first time we are casting Korvold. So let's see what our opponent is gonna do here. They can play their commander, which they may not be able to do since they don't have another source of red mana, but the treasure we gave them. And yeah, Warren Soul Trader good at sacrificing the mobilized tokens. Okay, it seems like opponent got salty and we're gonna get roped. Yeah, I mean, if they were gonna do that, I think they should have done it when we use casualties. That was the game winning turn, I think. Okay, I was confusing. I was confused. I thought this was the Jodah player who used Day of Judgment or Wrath of God. Yeah, so I was trying to look for it in the graveyard. Okay, they have an instant, so we're not gonna get the win just yet. Get lost. Okay. Opponent is back. We are not giving up just yet. We should decline to make the treasure. And we're gonna draw 4 cards potentially here. If this is reprieve, we don't play anything again, we just maybe use one map. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, they didn't want to wait because they would draw us another card. Here, I guess we can even sacrifice a land, forest. So that would be yet another card. Play Gambling Gust. And we pass. So yeah, we have 7 mana. 7 lands at least. 2 treasures on top. Yeah, opponent plays a do nothing artifact. It does nothing. Nebraska, should we go for lethal here? I don't think we can pull it off. So we just equip. Mana. Mana. And we can get the provisioner back. Okay, opponent concedes. Yeah, we were not that far away from lethal, but also not at lethal yet. Good games, opponent. Good games, Zurgo. And yeah, this is probably one of my favorite decks in paper, but since I became a hermit, I'm not going now to play commander. So it gets out like once every other year, probably. Maybe once each 6 months or so. Against Ugin, Eye of the Storm. If we keep this, we're gonna be banking on Gemstone Cabins doing the heavy lifting, so let's exile Shadow Spear. And I think Korvold is gonna be the thing they're gonna exile. Are we okay with that? Probably. Good luck. Did we say good luck to our opponent? There's no good luck. And they are skipping essentially a turn. Or at least they're not ramping on turn 2, so that's another turn we get before Ugin comes. And I guess we don't play Castle's Fury in case we want to fling Korvold. For now we will attack with the vehicle. Is this Kozilek's command opponent? Maybe. We need to surveil for green black. Oh, it's on Scorched Desert. Exhaust. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So one more turn before Ugin comes. Ardent Bonds. We don't necessarily want creatures. We want artifact removal. Here we play Korvold, sacrifice the treasure, sacrifice the food, and we're getting for 6. So this is a crucial turn for opponent. See what they have. If we don't draw anything that can make fodder for Korvold, we're gonna sacrifice the vehicle. The archive, okay. But maybe with our Wooded Foothills, we're gonna draw another card, so we have another chance to draw something useful. Opponent drafts and sacrifices Demonic Tutor. Very Green Took is not what we wanted to see. But I guess we have lethal. We play Professional Facebreaker. Yeah, we're gonna sacrifice a land. But it doesn't matter, we're just gonna win here. And yeah, explosive enough to beat Ugin. And good thing we didn't use Castle's Fury as a land. Fine. And good game Ugin. Yeah, they didn't. They really took too long getting to Ugin. And that's kind of why Ugin games tend not to be my favorite matchups. From either side, either it's just a race down to see if you can beat them before they get Ugin, or in some cases, if you get a counter spell so that they don't resolve Ugin. You have removal for their artifacts so they don't get Ugin. It revolves too much around getting Ugin or not. And usually, even if you win, like we did, it was a little bit of a non-game. Opponent didn't do too much of anything at all. Thrun, Breaker of Silence. Ooh, that is a good one. We don't have removal, I think. Maybe if we get Casualties of War. Actually, we do have a couple of removals. But otherwise, he's gonna be indestructible during opponent's turn. And on top of that, we need to target it with green cards. Here, we're gonna make a treasure with Galagriters. And we'll see what we get. Also, Mayhem Devil now has, I already mentioned in the deck book, we have the redundancy where this only deals 1 damage, but it deals damage to any target, whereas the new card, the insect from Age of Eternities, deals 2 damage, but only to opponents. Here we're gonna send 1 land away, and I guess Jogmod. It's Yatora. And I guess we will go for our commander. We will order the triggers so that we get the treasure from the Galagriters first. Then we sacrifice that very treasure to Korvold's ability. And another Castle Fury, but this time we have Yatora, the Incinerator, which is essentially the same, except it's every end step we have. And we also get the 3 treasures from it. Opponent has Thrun now, but we are not scared of it. It's gonna stop our land attackers. And okay, Prey Upon, we don't mind. We are gonna lose our treasure, but that's fine. Actually, we mind a little. We wanted that treasure. Maybe we could cast All Nobon. Here a tap treasure. Specialist. And let's put a counter on it. What else do we want to do here? Do we want to sacrifice the shaman? I guess not. Or maybe we do. I think we got all of our black removal, which obviously cannot target Thrun. Okay, we should attack with the Goblin then. And then we're gonna sacrifice it to Korvold. So their opponent, what do you think of us now? Opponent has 7 mana, so that's okay, that's not bad. The Great Hinge, a great start. They're gonna gain some life, but I think we have the game. Reclamation Sage, that can kill Reflection of Kiki, but at this point we have lethal on the air. Opponent should realize that. We are presenting lethal. Not only do we have lethal in the cards in our hand, but I think we are presenting lethal. Yeah. We kill this, that's 4. 4 counters on this, and just another sacrifice, and we have it. So good game, opponent. I was expecting Thrun to come back earlier, that way he could actually threaten to fight with Korvold. But they tried their fight, we were just 1 power too much in order. We had 1 power, 1 toughness too much for Thrun. And now we are against Tannuk Memorial Engine. This is a slow hand. But maybe we can sacrifice a treasure to kill Tannuk. So let's see what we surveil here. And it's good enough. None over elves from opponent. Ooh, I guess I need to play our tap plant there. Yeah, do we want to annihilating rare, sacrificing the boots? Let's let them keep it for a turn. Yeah, we misplayed that one. Turn 2, we should have, if not Galagritters, at least Spectacle of Destruction, or even the boots. Cobra from opponent, that's gonna be annoying. Bit of cultivation. I guess if we draw Spiteful Banditry that can kill the Cobra, we get a treasure, we use the treasure to annihilating Glare on Tannuk. Opponent plays Ice Steel Explorer, so I think that might be more of a priority for us. We could also draw Crux of Fate. We name non-dragons, we kill everything our opponent has. But we definitely need to draw something great here. And I guess having Spectacle or Galagritters wouldn't be making that much of a difference. In this particular board, at least. Cabaron. That is not it. Let's Spectacle. And Glare sacrificing a treasure token. Do you have another couple of landfalls? Or are you a gas Tannuk? What is it? One land. And Dryad, that's another land drop. Arid Archway, that gets a land back. Also, the fact that annihilating glare is only one mana value is gonna come back to haunt us, or at least it doesn't allow us to use Urgent Necropsy, which in this case is really urgent. Awaken the Woods, ooh, that's for more damage, for more mana for them. We really need to draw into our banditry or our Crux of Fate. We are almost out of life. Oh, nice. Let's create a treasure and Crux. And another nice interaction, we can use Korvold to sacrifice our black market connections now that we are low on life. This as well lets them, if they actually get another land. We are in danger. I think we lose here. Yeah, we do lose here. Because any regular land, and even if they don't draw land, Azusa is the card that makes us so we lose. The attack with both, we only have one blocker, we lose. Yeah, the fact that these were not lands really made us lose. Also, we were against landfall, so I'm not surprised that we lost, but we almost made it. We almost had it. Now we are against Nicol. Bolas got Pharaoh. We are on. This is a bit on the slow side. Okay. Let's see if just keeping for the caverns is good enough. We don't need another. Okay, opponent plays no lands. That was weird. Okay, they just maybe got salty for Gemstone Caverns. That's my best guess. Otherwise, I don't know what that happened right there. As you can see, one of my favorite things about this particular deck that I have been playing in Brawl since forever is the fact that it's really good matchups. Against Kona, we need instant speed interaction for Kona, so that's not. So we get Nicol Bolases, we get Konas. I think overall we are getting. Now, I need to point this out because the way Wish Good Luck is formatted, if we were to play it after we play Peregrine Took, we would get a food token and another food token, the tap treasure and another food token, the vehicle token and another food token. So all in all we would get 4 foods, a treasure and a vehicle. Let's see. Okay, it seems like opponent is gonna resolve their Kona. Let's see what's the worst they can do, I guess, for us. Probably Ulamog, since that's their avatar. So good luck for us. And there we go. We are rich in food. Now let's see our opponent's worst. We can probably handle it if Peregrine Took lives, I think. Yeah, you do whatever you need, opponent. We have no answers. And it seems like they need to go to combat, attack. Sure. This is colorless mana opponent, so you have nothing to worry about. Doesn't matter. Just show us your big Tomokai. And it is Ulamog the Ceaseless Hunger. Of course. On the meantime, we respond with Korvold. Sacrifice this guy. And we're gonna sacrifice. Actually, we should do it in our opponent's turn. So they are mono green, so we're not too afraid. But they still gonna play another Eldrazi, I think. We're gonna crew and jump block. Unless they have a fight spell. That's a bike. So another tap outlet for Kona. So this is really about who is gonna go higher than who. Can you beat us with another Eldrazi? Maybe. Okay, if it's just Korvold, that's gonna exile 20. Let's see if they get something relevant, which they might. That is okay. Those are good ones. I guess we will try to find Casual Fury. I think is what's gonna save us. The fact that our opponent has a turn 5 Olamog and we're still trying to win shows you how powerful this deck really is. Oh. Okay. Let's go. Forsaken Miner. Oh, we still have Warren Soul Trader. That's another win. Okay. Sorry about that, an ambulance came through, so I turned down the mic. But as we saw, opponent had a really good start, probably the best they wanted, or one of the better ones. And they still conceded. They saw we had full-on superiority. Because of the parity, we play the parity, we play all Nobon, we attack with Korvold, we get a bunch of treasures, we sacrifice those, we try to get Sephiroth, Forsaken Miner, and Warden Soul Trader. That's GG's. So really impressed with our deck, really proud. Yeah, when even an opponent playing something unfair and still choosing to concede against us, that's why I like this deck. And also, one thing to remember, Korvold is one of the original Brawl legends. When the format started, there were 4 Brawl pre-constructed decks, but at the time it was only Standard Brawl was the main thing they were trying to push, but eventually what was Historic Brawl at the time turned into the regular Brawl we play here and now. And because having access to a larger pool of cards makes for more interesting deck building, I think it made sense that eventually Standard Brawl became the lesser format. Although it still can have its moments, it's still fun. But regular Brawl or Historic Brawl is definitely where I want to be at. We're against Helga, Skittish Seer. This is definitely a slow hand. Okay, I like this better. think we send the Gilded Goose away. Gilded Goose, I like it. It allows us to play. It has a really good synergy with Peregrine Took, and as you saw earlier, it's one of my pet cards. Good old Pippin. Opponent also has turn 1 ramp, I think. Utopia's Brawl. And white. Green. Ooh, Sephiroth. I like that. Next turn we're gonna play Shambling Gust. Sacrifice it, make a treasure. And strike it rich, I think. Okay. Having 6 lands right there is definitely the floor. Messing with us. See what our opponent has going on. This Whisperer. So maybe they are Helga combo deck. And yeah, I want to sacrifice a land. Is it too greedy? We're playing Korvold, so let's be greedy. Ragavan. Also, I like the fact that we can have Ragavan be somewhat useful. I mean, I say somewhat useful, what I really mean is sacrifice fodder. Let's not attack. Next turn we're gonna play Acolyte and Ragavan, sacrifice Ragavan. Or maybe we use Dragonfire Blade. That's gonna buff Korvold and give it hexproof from monocolored. So if they have Path, they have even Kogla, but I guess if they had it, they would need to use it here. So maybe they have Intruder Alarm. If you have Intruder Alarm or something that untaps your other creatures, you can combo with Helga, go pretty much somewhat infinite. And this is a good one too, Inga Nesika. They can use 3 mana from Helga, that counts for Inga Nesika, draws them another card. So you need a couple of card draws and something that untaps Helga over and over so that you win the game that way. That is... I also like Helga as a commander. It's pretty fun. Binding the Old Gods. I guess we do that and Ragavan. Bye bye Helga. They can still draw a couple of cards whenever they play a creature because they have Inga Nesika, but it's not the same as if they had Helga. Oh, I needed to sacrifice Ragavan. My bad. Okay, opponent attacks. We're gonna take it, we have no choice. Sacrifice, draw a card. And don't be silly, Elegy Acolyte. You cannot trigger your void on our opponent's turn, so I don't know what you are trying to say here. You're just being silly. Arcane Signet. And I guess this is a big creature. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Potentially 8 mana. So what is it? Oddboard Tyrant. That is a good one. Draw 2 cards. Draw another card. Still have your land drop? No, but you have a Bastion's Pilgrim, which draws another card. I guess we win here. Yep. Strike it reach. Mayhem Devil. I'm gonna sacrifice you to surveil 1. Deal 1 damage to your face. Draw Korvold. Sacrifice you. Onto your face. And then I guess we're gonna full control. You and you. We're gonna sacrifice you first, I think. And yeah, okay, that's double lethal, triple lethal. Well, lethal plus like 6 or 7. And also Sephiroth transforms here. So good game, Helga. You needed to have a flying blocker. The fact that they tapped their mana to draw a card, another card, because they were drawing 2 already, so they got greedy, they tapped their Goose Mother. I was gonna say Goose Godmother, but it's just Goose Mother. Because of that, they didn't have a blocker, and we won the game. Yeah, maybe we will, once we run out of Edge of Eternities. I mean, in the meantime, I think I have like 1 or 2 other non-Edge of Eternities deck in the chamber. Or at least in the near future. One is... Okay, opponent goes first. We have the goods. I was gonna say, one is a Healy from Drift Commander. It's about playing artifacts and copying those artifacts because of the very card I just mentioned. Well, not just. The insect from Edge of Eternities. And also we have good new artifacts from Edge. And the other one is Shokai. He's from Alchemy Darkir. And he's just guy about playing 2 spells a turn. So we have the 2 spells synergy from Edge of Eternities. And because of Warp, Shokai also blinks. That's his flurry effect. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, you blink your cards. Sorry. Also, I didn't mention we're playing against Brawl. And yeah, Shokai is a blink, so that synergizes extremely well with Warp. Because you can blink your warps, they don't go into exile at the end of turn, and you keep them for essentially the cheaper cost. You just need to have your commander and cast 2 spells at single turn. It's a BB, we're gonna exile it. We don't mess with BB here. Okay, if opponent plays Brawl here, they didn't have the land. But if they play Brawl, we attack with Sephiroth, I think. We will sacrifice the treasure first. Oh, I needed to play Cavern of Souls. If this is a bounce spell, Cyclonic Rift. Okay. Let's send it to the hand and we'll sacrifice the treasure. Decline. Keep our board. Opponent loses a card, we lose a treasure, but we're not too sad about that.
I've got a whole plane to search. You're gonna help. Otter to otter?
Cold Wave.
Oh yeah. Plan's coming together.
So Brawl goes to 6. Means unfortunately we need to binding the old gods on it. Well, not unfortunately, but what I meant is they're gonna keep their otter. Otherwise we kill the otter, attack. Okay, opponent concedes. Yeah, we were gonna play Crucias, but I don't think we discard it. Since our last card is Korvold. Good game, Brawl. Also, is usually not the best at dealing with Korvold. They can bounce it. They can sometimes put an aura that gives it lose all its abilities. But we had Sephiroth, so we can sacrifice it and get it back. So the best card they have is Housemeld, I think. Yeah, Housemeld is a really good Brawl card. I think that might be one of the alchemy cards where I'm thinking that it was made exclusively for Brawl. I mean, other than the legendaries, but Housemeld is just too good at Brawl. Maybe it needs to be nerfed actually. The Wandering Minstrel, so probably Lance deck, but what flavor? We will find out. So if we draw another land, we're gonna play Hardened Bones and the Umbral Collar Zealot. I won't say that 3 times fast. Explore. And another land. Ooh, that is kind of rough. Okay, that up treasure. And yeah, also losing we have seen in the recent past, but if you cannot tell, not getting enough mana to Korvold is one of the ways we lose the game. Or just not getting enough mana in general. Also, one of the reasons why I don't like playing Path of Exile in Brawl, because you end up losing some land drops. I think we killed the Provisioner here. I don't like our opponent having all that mana. So goodbye. Maybe they are trying to get Emergent Ultimatum. Let's see. Also, Stimulus Package, good card with Galagritters. The treasures don't have to be untapped, so you essentially get a refund with the Galagritters. Gonna place their commander and a tap land that enters untapped. He plays Fauna Shaman. That is an interesting one. Let's see if we get our other land. We do, but also not quite. We might be losing here. I guess we needed to tutor for Swamp. So we had Crux of Fate. Or even a Mountain for the armor. But I think I was... what you call it? Okay. Focusing only on Stimulus package. And now we're gonna pay the consequences of not getting the black mana, so... Maybe I use the Zelda to search for green mana, for black mana. Black mana. I need to... I guess they can search for Primeval Titan, that's probably the worst card. We wanna see. Level goes away. And yeah, okay, we lose. That one's on me. My bad. We did draw a land, but they had Golos mana now, so. And I guess if they didn't have Golos, they would tutor it with Fauna Shaman, so. That was on me. Let's try to get another good one here. And it seems also like they were not doing something too much. Well, I say they were regular good stuff, I think, instead of something janky or something more interesting. So that's why I also wasn't really looking forward to staying in that game. Here we have a goose. Maybe we kill it. Maybe we just make a food on turn 2. Yeah, I like that plan. Although we could... no, let's make the food. Then we're gonna Stomping Ground, Pitiless Plunderer. Opponent is playing Ruby during Tracker. Essentially a mana dork for 2 mana in the command zone. But also when she attacks, if you have a big creature, she becomes a 3/4. Not too impressive. And also opponent is playing all tap lands for some reason or other. But it would be 3, the next one 5 mana. Okay. And we have our Plunderer, so whenever a creature we control dies, we get a treasure. We will play the Calming Garden, get a treasure. Then after that we might play Stormforge armor. Whenever we attack, we make a Bolt Lightning. When the Bolt Lightning dies, we get a treasure. And that's why this deck is called the Rich Get Richer. Forsaken Miner. Let's not use our budget. We have a Ragavan. So let's see how much mana we can have potentially next turn. That's 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. and drag the Quake Mole. 5, 6, 7. Either way, we're gonna lose one Korvold trigger, so let's fetch first. Gonna get the Blood Crypt. And since we're gonna sacrifice the goose, we need to full control. Then we're gonna add black mana. The goose goes away and we have infinite, so we're gonna win next turn unless our opponent stops us somehow. Eat alive and drag, sacrificing the miner. Bunch of triggers go on the stack. I guess we should lose full control. And I guess we paid for the miner again. Fine. And we will play Cambio of Bamboo Grove. Attack with Sephiroth. Sacrifice the Kami. Yeah, you can block opponent, it's fine. And I guess we discard Ragavan. Yeah, so we have Miner, Sephiroth, Soul Trader. If we get it on board, the opponent is gonna concede most likely. Or it seems like they got salty and they are just playing. Okay, they are playing. Good. Double R died Overlord, so maybe they are a Bard class, a red-green Bard class, all of the legendaries, so actually opponent, kudos to you, that's a very interesting game, interesting deck. Unfortunately, we have the combo right here. And we are even gonna get generate treasures because of the plunderer. Biotech specialist, yeah, we had it all. So yeah, as always, remember to subscribe if you liked the video. Thank you for watching all the way to the end, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.